Yeah, Mark. So of course, Florida plays Georgia 34-7, as you said, and of course, every time Florida and Georgia get compared, a talent gap question comes up, rightfully so. And so Dan Mullen, loses the game. Asked about the talent gap after the game. Says, "Well, we beat them last year. Talent gap, right or wrong, wasn't necessarily there last year. We beat them on the field, but okay, you lost 34-7 this year." Somebody asked Kirby Smart on the Georgia side, why is your team so good? And Kirby Smart, boom, right to the point, recruiting. And in a way, I think it was a veiled shot at Dan Mullen and his approach. Basically, almost, I'll paraphrase what Kirby said, you can't coach your way around talent. You got to have the talent. And it's something we've preached on Gators Breakdown for years now. So, of course, recruiting is always a hot lightning rod subject when talking Florida, but also when comparing to Georgia and Alabama and the teams that you play on your schedule year in and year out. So Dan Mullen has his Monday normal press conference, and somehow I get the first question of the day. And I knew I was going to ask about recruiting, of course, because not to throw a shot, not to get noticed, to throw it out there. However it is,
it's a legitimate question.
It is a legitimate question. So I asked him, the approach of recruiting, does it need to change for a consistent level of play to keep up with Georgia, to keep up with Alabama? And before I could even really finish the question, I was cut off. And basically, Mullen did say, and I would defend him here at some point, he did say he's not going to discuss recruiting during the season. They'll discuss it during recruiting season. So whatever recruiting season is in his eyes, but basically saying he's not going to talk about it during the season. It kind of got misconstrued along the way, saying that he was not going to recruit during the season. And that's not what he meant. That's not what he was saying. He just basically pointed at me, at us in the media, not going to talk about recruiting during the season. So of course, a different strategy of approach than what Kirby Smart and Nick Saban, everybody, you're recruiting 24/7. Everybody knows that. So, and I will defend him there. It did get thrown out there. Oh, Dan Mullen only recruits during recruiting season. That's not what he said. It was, if you listen to it, not just, read it, go by the quotes that were thrown out there. If you listen to it, it was a pointed at the media. I'm not going to talk about it right now. So there we go. That's the gist of it. It blew up. It's out there everywhere. Dan Mullen's getting thrown under the bus for first of all, just recruiting prowess overall anyway, and that's fair. But the expansion of that to say he doesn't care or that he doesn't recruit, kind of a bit too far.